Welcome to the third video of the Lord Executioner, okay? And we are going to keep painting the ghost and all his lights. So for take a look and watch if the lights are going on the same level. I put just a little bit the ghost on the back just to see if everything was okay, and it looks like, so we can keep painting all the lights of the ghost. So in this case what I'm going to do is to fix this area, okay, because I have see that the ghost was very close to his back, and maybe this dark zone it's not so real with the OSL, so I'm going to paint a little bit more room with these greens. And now I'm going to start painting just with Jade green or most Jade green, okay, to start making the highlights of the back. And as always, try to thin your paints and to put the lighter color very close, or the close you can, to the main fountain of light, that in this case are the faces. What I'm doing now, you see here on the window, okay, it's put a lot of water on my brush, okay, to try to smooth all the edge of the green, of the last Jade green I use, and then just dry it a little bit to take out the excess of water. And now I keep painting. I just have now a very thin layer of no, it's almost water, okay, and it helped me to run more the paint and to make the transitions faster. Here the gallow again break a little bit the focus of the camera, but well, I'm just working what I just told you on all the edges of the miniature. And now here you can see that I'm just trying to create different kind of volumes for get that side. Just here in the front I'm going to fix a little bit this area because the transition was very dirty. And well, the important thing of what I want now is here to get all the edge of the executioner drawn by the green light that is going to come from his back. And now I'm just going to apply the same kind of light on the greens from the axe. This is very aesthetic point because here on the smoke it doesn't, it's something that is always on movement and all of that, so try to give it a very realistic looking. It's a little bit complicated, so here you have to also look what is working better with the miniature, or what is going to be more of your interest in the point that you have to with this miniature. Okay, in this case what I want is that with the green of the smoke of the axe and the green of the ghost to create all around the miniature like a box that is going to put our eyes just in the middle of the model, that in this case is on the main character, the Lord Executioner. And here, as you can see, I'm going without any kind of fear with the paint. I'm just putting there like if I'm sketching, and later we will clean every transition if we need it or not, we will see. As you can see, I'm mixing the paints. The 10% that you got here on the side, it's not very exactly, okay, because I really don't know. I'm always mixing the paint, and sometimes I add more Jade green if I want something more lighter, or if I'm watching that I'm going too much lighter, then I add again the scurvy green. So I'm dancing between these two those colors, okay? And you will see when you start painting this, if you see that the transition makes a very big jump, then what you need to do is to put less lighter color and go a little bit more for the darker. And this works for every kind of painting, or every kind of light that you use. It's very complicated to calculate that if I put one drop of this and two drop of this, I'm going to get that. What maybe more, I don't know how to say, more mathematic painters maybe do it. In my case, I'm going more watching how is the color on the miniature, and if I like it or not. And well, now on this model I'm going to try to make it keeping a little bit the point of this partner of this pattern, that is to paint miniatures in a very good level and in a small time. But I'm going to make it to not try to go as fast as I can, and I'm just going to enjoy a little bit more this miniature, because I think that when you have a character like this, you need to put attention on it, and then on your lines and on your 20 same position miniatures, then you can go faster. The important of these videos is to get the concept of what I'm doing, and also to see that you have to paint without any kind of fear, because everything can be fixed, and you can find a lot of new possibilities breaking your comfort area. Here I have put a lot of water on the paint, okay, because it will help me to go with the brush, and if I want a line like there, I'm going to get it. Now you can see that there is no any kind of cleaning. It's a very hard transition, but it works perfectly, because the rope and the textile, when it gets light, that he have very different levels. You can see the light area, dark area, light area, dark area, and all of this. And now you can see here, like, you can put a lantern behind him, and it will create this kind of light that he have now. And one of the important also points on this miniature is not just create a tension point on the front. What I want is a 360. Wherever you look this miniature, you are going to have that effect of light and that good looking. That is at the end what I'm looking for. And well, at this point I think I'm going to put again the ghost faces to see how, if I need to put more light or not in some point. Fix this to stop the dancing of the miniature. And well, you can see now a little bit that we are in a very green area, okay, so I think it's time to start putting some more lights over there. Okay, where the ghosts are closest there is more light, and where there are more far, I'm just going to let it on the scurvy green, and maybe I add at the end some point or some line in some area to create that little brightness that he can have all around his body. So now going just with Jade green, okay, it's not, I'm not mixing it with anything. And now I'm going for the faces of the ghost. Okay, with this zoom you can see perfectly where I'm putting my brush strokes, and where I'm going now is just all in the middle of the face. Tell me please in the comments if you like this kind of zooms, if you like to see more close-ups of the miniatures when I'm painting them, because I think it's great to see at this level of detail where I'm putting the lights and all of this. I think it's just the image is the best explanation of what I can do. As you can see, just with this new layer it have a lot of contrast now, and also I'm going to put 2 more lights on the faces, so it's going to be very intense. Here on the upside I'm going to also draw small lines or use small areas of light to keep a little bit the same lights all over the smoke, but at the end the faces are the ones that are going to have more attention on the light terms. Okay, let's see if we focus that. No, okay. Okay, and it's just do the same on the other head, okay? As you can see, what I'm trying to use is the point of the brush and just pushing them a little bit, tick tick tick, so I don't have any kind of crazy brush stroke going where I don't want. If you got a very fine point on your brush stroke, all these small lines that I have do it here on the top of the skull, they help to create that transition without needed of very smooth or glazes, but maybe later I will do it. But a good base to create transition between the colors is with lines. If you can remember, for example, the Japanese comics, the anime or the manga, a lot of them, when they want to create some shadow areas, what they use is a lot of lines. So it's the same here with the paint. The only difference is that after that you can make a glass on the top, and it will help a lot to create that effect of smoothness. And here the same. Let's see, well, if you can see it a little bit, the line that is going from the skull to the end of that point of the smoke. Okay, I think this kind of details will help a lot to create this ambience of something weird, of something strange that is this ghost. And now it's just the same process in all the other heads. Trying always to clean your brush if you see that the painting is getting dry, okay, because if not you are going to break the point of the brush. Okay. And use that, just cleaning a little bit. And if you paint some of the eyes or some of the noise details, don't worry, you can paint them back on black, and it's easy. There is no problem with that. Here some lines, as you can see, I'm just putting in some small points, okay, some crazy lines that some of them maybe are a little bit crazy, but well, what I want is that just a lot of different areas of second brightness, okay, and then I will focus on the right side of the faces. Okay, let's put the zoom out to see how it's working that. As you can see, well, we have a very interesting effect right now. Okay, I'm going to go one step forward with the lights because I really love the high contrast. And thanks to these two areas of smoke and ghost and all of that greens, we keep working on the main idea of create something around the executioner. And now I'm just like doing glazes, okay? It's just with the, as I told you, mixing the paint with a lot of water, then dry it a little bit on the paper. If the paper it's a little bit wet, it will be helpful because it's better for the safe of the brush. And then what you are having, it's on your brush, it's a lot of well, no, not a lot, it's your brush is going to be wet, and it's going to have a little bit of pigment of the color that you have mixed before. So with the glazes, what you are doing is making a brush that is just leaving a little bit of the color, and it helps a lot to clean transitions and to create some kind of effect of lights and all of this. Oh, now my interest is to start. It's when I'm painting, I'm always cleaning a little bit here, a little bit there. It's my progress. I clean it, maybe I put again over it more paint, and then I need to clean it again. Well, this can happen sometimes, not so often. If I keep cleaning it where I'm painting it and all of it, well, for me it's more funny, it's more entertainment, and also I think it's faster to get the miniature done as fast as I can and keeping a good quality level. And I think it's time for the full green to come to action. Okay, here you can see the Vallejo color is very liquid. Just put it the Jade green here, and it has going also out of the palette. The Scurvy green, I think it was that, but well, this is why I like also these colors, and also for this kind of bottle that keep them safe for a long time. And now I'm going to mix the Jade green and the Fall green. Okay, here on your side you see that Fall is 70 and Jade is 30. I think the Fall got a little bit more, like maybe 80, 90, and the Jade is more about 2010. Okay, I'm just using the base of the last mix of the Jade green to put over it the Fall green. Let's go again in the super zoom, and now I'm going just to put a little bit more of light in the middle of the faces. Just painting over, or not over, around the eyes, a little bit on the nose, and the mouth maybe a little bit. And that's it. I'm not going to put anything else. I prefer that the sides of the mouth keep one level down on light, so it will create a little bit of deepness. And now here the same. Let's try to focus it well, well, more or less. You can see it. Very carefully with the point of the brush, just painting a little bit that teeth, and just a little bit on the downside. Perfect. Let's go for that tree. Well, as you can see now, the brush is not painting. Okay, so when you find that, don't force the brush. It's better if you clean it, because if you force it, you can have well, your point maybe it gets breaked. So if you still painting, your brush is all on this way, okay, and you get all the brush strokes, and if the paint gets dry at the end, your brush gets this form, and where it stay at this point is very hard to fix it, and maybe you have to change your brush. So this is important, to clean your brush when you are painting and not force to paint everything in just one stroke. And well, I think for the moment this is going to be that video. Okay, we have started with the highlights of the ghost faces and the OSL, and maybe in the next one I think we are going to finish the Jade greens and start with all the robes of the executioner. So thank you for watching, guys. Hope you like the video, and if you have any question, please comment on our Patreon. See you on the next video. Bye bye.